last guest of the evening, which is she'll be coming to us from Richmond, Virginia, and she's our most. When I got introduced to her on this show, seeing her work, I was just. I mean, it's just awesome. I was just taken by her, the work that she produced in her kiln. She's a ceramicist. She teaches, she instructs, she loves doing what she does. She has I would say, a natural talent for reflecting her culture into her pieces. So if you haven't seen one of our past shows, she's been a guest on our show in previous shows, but I always look forward to seeing her work. So I'm going to introduce you now to Carren Clarke.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
We are good. We are happy to
Good.
see you, definitely. And
Good.
like Lavale said, your work shows that you love what you do.
I do. I love what I do and excited to show you guys some new things. Um, um,
Okay.
so I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I hope that
All right.
everybody is going to have a great holiday. I have some items that will be discounted. I also have things for people who practice Kwanzaa, so I hope that they are in ready for the gift giving season for Kwanzaa. But I'm going to start off with some small things, and then we'll grow larger, and then we'll get a little smaller again. So the first thing that I'm going to show you, as always, is going to be mugs. And I hope you guys can see that okay. I'm just going to bring that camera down just a little bit so you guys can see that. So this is a Sankofa mug. It holds 24 ounces. These are microwave safe, oven safe, dishwasher safe, refrigerator safe. It's, a great cup of coffee, tea, or a full pint of ice cream if you really want it. But this is
Eggnog.
number, or eggnog with a little bourbon inside of it would be nice. But this is item number 100. All of the mugs are $65, and this is item 100. And so I'm doing the countdown. And so this is the sister to the piece, which is item number 99. And same thing, $65. And I'll just spin it around for you. This is a new clay that I'm using right now, which is um, it's a clay coming from California. It actually just has a name called Miller 50. But I love it because it has freckles or speckles inside of it. And it just gives it a nice color on the inside. So I'll just bring that through to you so you guys can check that out. All right, so that is number 99. Number 98, still another Sankofa mug. This one has iron on it. I like these because these are very masculine colors for the men and women, because I do like a strong cup and a strong color. And sometimes when I am drinking out of some of my seconds with the coffee mugs, but $65 plus shipping and handling. If this is something that you want, just give me the number and then say Karen number 99 or Karen number 98. All right, so that is number 98. Number 97, another Sankofa mug. And I'm just going to spin that around and put this one over here so that you guys can check it out.
Pretty
And so,
color.
as you guys, thank you. As
Hmm.
you guys know, I love to do the carving, but I like to have um, multiple things going on with it, because I like for you to see it, I like for you to touch it, I like for you to feel all of those ridges and bumps inside of the piece. And I love thumb rests. Thumb rests are really good because they actually help you support when you're drinking. Because sometimes we're real loose when we drink our cups of coffee, but this helps you be stronger when you're doing it. So this item is number 97. All right, so I'm getting ready to switch over. I have 4 of these left. This was a very popular item for the season. So some people don't want to use their mugs, but they want something that they can still use every day. So I did some soap pumps for the holidays. So I have 4 left in the collection. This won't come back out until March of next year. But this is number 96 here, but you may see them on my Facebook page as different numbers. But just send me a snapshot or just tell me the item number that's here on BAM. But these can hold everything. So your lotion, dishwashing liquid, it can hold alcohol, or your hand sanitizer. It holds all of those things. So it's just really something pretty to have in the house or in your office. It's good as a stocking stuffer for those people that you want to find something small for them to have.
Is that a new product for you?
This
Yeah.
is new for me. So I just started doing these probably about 2 or 3 months ago. I had done them back in the early 90s, and I said, I'm going to bring them back. So this is item number 96, guys. So 96 for the soap pump. I'm going to show you another one. And these are $75 for the soap pumps. Number 95 is another soap pump. And with these soap pumps, they hold a lot of whatever it is. So I have one of these, and I have Nivea in it, and it holds 32 ounces. So it's a lot of lotion that it holds. And so these are $75 for this, and this is item number 95 for the piece.
So is it
Yeah.
a screw off? Is it a screw off top? Or
Yeah, it is a screw off top. So here, I'll screw it off for you guys, and so you guys
Okay.
can check that out. So here's the stick and the pump.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the hardware for it. And then you can actually put your items inside of it or whatever you want to put in it. And when it's all gone, you just fill it up with hot water or hot soapy water, rinse it out, pour it out, let it dry upside down, and then refill it with whatever else you like to put inside.
All right.
And so this is item number 95, and this is $75 for number 95. Okay, number 94, and I have one more left of the soap pumps. So this is number 94. So it was very popular during the fall season when I was working on these. So I did probably about 60, and these are the last 4 inside of the collection. And so I'll bring that up a little closer for you guys to see. And this is also the color, the clay coming from California that I'm enjoying right now. So this is item number 94 for the piece.
So you're going down in your numbers.
I'm going down in my numbers because I can't find the ones that go up. So we are counting down like it is New Year's Eve. Okay, so this is the last one, number 93 for this one. Another soap pump. I'm going to push it closer. This color is a new color, and I have some amazing new colors coming out next year. I can't wait for you guys to see them. I've run the test on them. I found a cobalt blue that is absolutely beautiful. I can't wait for that to come out for the new season. And I actually was able and practicing doing a really red, kind of candy apple, but not. It still has some orange undertones, but still trying to play with it. But this is number 93. I think I have that backwards. Oh, no, it was right. It was right. Number 93. All right. So I'm getting back to the mugs. And the mugs, I was doing some different patterns for the mugs. So I was inspired by the mud cloth patterns. So I did some mud cloth mugs. And so here is one, and here is two. And so these are $40 a piece. But just wanted to give, everybody doesn't want to have a face. But so I just wanted to bring some still inspiration from the continent, but also just making it a lot of fun. So these are the ones, and so this is number 92 and a number 91 for these. And so you can get them as a set, but they can also be sold separately. These hold 32 ounces of liquid. So that is a lot of liquid. So if you are a water drinker, you can get a lot of intake. So that is 92 and 91. All right. I have one more from that family, but just a little bit different. So this one actually is just more iron and more cream to it, where the other ones had a touch of blue to it.
So the
And
iron
so,
is the darker color. You say
mhm,
iron. Yeah.
yes, the iron is the darker color and
Yeah.
the white is the cream color. Yes. And so, and then I put on the rim a touch of green. So I kind of do a lot of layering just to have hints of colors inside of it to
Uh-huh.
make it a lot of fun. And so that you're always, when you're drinking out of it, you know, sometimes you're holding it, sometimes you're looking at it, sometimes you're eating out of it. But then you see, you know, a lot of fun things going on, like the freckles on the inside, the zebra lines or the mud cloth pattern on the outside with the cream and the iron, and then just touches of green on there. So this is number 90. This is $40 for this one. And so that's the last of the mud cloth that I have available. I do have two more that are $40 a piece, and these are slightly mud cloth, but just something different. So I just bring that close. You can see the mud cloth print, but it's very, very light. Didn't want to put it too heavy. Doing some things that are a little bit more simplistic, because some people don't want things that are um, pertaining to card pieces. They want something smoother. So I just wanted to make something different for them. And so this number is number 89 and number 88 for those. So here's 89 and here is 88. And these again are $40. They're microwave safe, oven safe, dishwasher safe, refrigerator safe. These are very, very functional. So I do want you to enjoy them. I hear a lot of people connecting with their mugs and telling me stories of when other people use them, they don't really care for it that much. But I am glad that they buy extra ones and so that they can share them with other people. All right, so I am going to take this down to bring it down a little lower, and and I'm sorry, Ellie, if you could help me with my time because I didn't hit my timer, so I didn't see how far
Are
how
you good?
far. Okay,
Well,
great.
You're
well, I
good.
think we're about 20 minutes in, but it doesn't really matter.
Hey, you just go ahead on.
Okay. Well, this is one of the pieces from the Flower Girl series. And so I wanted to show people this piece. So I'm gonna actually bring this back, the camera back a little bit so that you guys can see it. It's a memory jar. And I am a believer in, you know, writing down your thoughts and your inspirations and things that make you happy and sad and placing them in the jar every time that you think about something that you want to say, and then coming back a year later and see what you have gone through or what you've accomplished or the things that you had desired or want, how they kind of come into fruition.
Right. Did they
And
manifest?
so
Right.
they
Yeah.
manifest,
Yeah.
right? And so you'd be surprised how much you write down and don't pay attention to it. You just keep moving and doing your thing. And then you come back to a year later and you're absolutely amazed of how much you do and how much
Mhm.
you can do. Yeah, so I'm always amazed of how much I can get done in a year. So this is one of the two that I have dealing with the Flower Girl series that are available for sale. So this piece is $775 for this piece. It's been reduced. These are usually running about $1,000 but I want someone to get one of these for Christmas and so that they can begin their new year, not with resolutions, but just with putting some inspirations, So don't have to hold yourself, you can hold yourself accountable, of course, with the resolutions, but if you just put it in the jar, it makes it that much more special. So this is item number 87. Item number 87 for this piece. And I'm just going to put that in the jar. All right. I have some angels coming up, but I just wanted to bring some more pieces out that were something different. So a lot of people ask me if I could make some smaller pieces for them. So I do have some jars that don't have lids, but they have the same purpose. But these are vases. They can be jars or just something for display. These are $235 for these pieces, and this is item number 86 for this piece. And I'm just gonna spin it around. These were a lot of fun to make. I love making small jars. I even like making little miniatures about that small. Those are always really fun to see how tiny I can actually get.
That was a question I was going to ask you. Like, what are your favorite pieces to make?
Um,
Because I know you're doing
it
the
I
really mini brooches at the moment, and those look pretty cool.
Oh, thank you. I like everything. I just think I have to be in the mood for everything. I have to have a
Mm.
mindset like, oh, I'm coming in and this is what I'm going to do. So tomorrow when I come into the studio, I know that I have two 22-inch angels that I'm excited about making. And I have a vessel that I'm going to be making that's probably, I don't know, about 30 inches tall, but I get excited when I can go really, really big or really small, and sometimes just medium size, or it really, whatever works, at the time and how I'm inspired. So it's never a dull moment, really. I'm always excited about everything, really.
Hmm.
So this is number 86. And the color on here is what I call honey. I've had this color for about 10 years. I like it because it's very universal. So it goes well with white bodies of clay. It goes with dark bodies of clay. So the darker the piece, the stronger the honey. The lighter the piece, the more it looks like a yellow honey. So it's fun to see how clay and glazes like to hang out together. Sometimes they like each other, and other times they don't like each other. So this is number 86. Piece is 235. And the next pieces that I'm going to be showing you are going to be the same price for the 235. So I did a series of these. So here's another one. And
Just
that one is
tilt your camera up just a little bit.
okay.
You still,
Mhm. There you are. Is that good?
yes,
I'll bring that back. How about that?
that's good.
Want me to push you back a little
No,
more?
no, no, you're good.
Okay. So, all right. So this one is number 85. And this is turquoise. I love turquoise. And then sometimes when you're working with, it's a color called blue or floating blue. What it does is it moves. So sometimes it gives you seafoam green and brown, and then other times it will give you a very ocean blue. But this one turned into a seafoam blue, and I liked how it looked. So I'm going to bring that a little closer so you can see. I did some color on her hair, on the tips that are red and a little coppery. And then at the top, I put silver on. So these are always fun to put colors on because I don't ever know what I'm going to do as far as the colors. So number 85, I think. Number 85. Yeah. 235.
Yeah, I love the blue and the red.
Thank you. I like that too. And the other one that I like them all, but I love the afro. I'm going to bring that one close because that was a lot of fun to do.
Mm. All the colors in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I loved all the colors in there. And I loved how it just transitions and folds from one to another. So this is number 84, and these are 235 for the piece. And so I'll just turn that around so you guys can see. And then I put a little iron on the rim of it. So it's fun because I did iron and a little orange red. So it gives you a little burnt sienna, a little iron, and then it goes into the honey.
Yeah, I like those neutral combinations too. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I love doing neutral ones, and I love how you never know what you're going to get because these with the glazes they move so much, and so sometimes you will get it's like Christmas time. You want the Barbie dream house, but maybe you got the Barbie townhouse. But this one is number 84 and 235. All right. So I'm going to move on to some other things and then I'll come back because I don't want to oversaturate people with the same thing. So I'm going to go ahead and start bringing out some of the angels. So I have some small angels. This is from 2020. This is a baby Sankofa. And I did this one because of her wings going back. And so she has red ears and she has a little mohawk and she's just tilted up. And so these pieces are $375 for the baby pieces. And then she also has a little sister. And I'll bring this one. They're part of the same family. So it could be mother and daughter or sister and sister. But on the backhand side, she has a bit of paisley that's in the form of Janame, meaning only God, God being supreme being. And I'll bring that closer so you guys can see that. And this is also from the beginning of the year. This is when I was doing the creative quarantine with Larry Cruncher Brown and LaShawn Bill, Louise Cutler. Were in that quarantine, and it was a lot of fun while we were creating and talking. So I'm just going to turn these around. And this is number 83 and number 84 for these. And if you guys have any questions, please do let me know. I answer all questions immediately, pretty much. So you clearly know I don't sleep. But yes.
I just want to say that, I think that when you take a piece of the earth and you bring it into that spirit, because when you think about it, it's nothing but clay, and then you bring it and make it into a figure, into something that is like spiritual. So
yes.
I think these pieces have a spirituality about them.
And thank you. Thank you. And because it feels that way. It feels like every time I make these are a spiritual journey. Because, I mean, when you really think about it, you're working with all of the elements. You are working with the earth, you're dealing with water, you're dealing with air, you're dealing with fire, and you are the fifth element when it comes to the last part of this, of putting this together. So I think that it is a very spiritual journey when it comes to creating in clay. Because you have to work with so many things, and also you have to work with time and patience and the process of it all, because these don't get put together in the same day. It could take a day, a whole day, or it could take several days because you're paying attention to the elements. So if it's really humid outside, these could take forever to dry. But if it's very dry outside and the air is windy, it could probably take me the whole day to work on them. So sometimes it's fast and sometimes it can be very, very, I wouldn't call it tedious, but slow. And you just have to be patient and take it all in.
Yeah.
And so that's when I do a lot of,
it's that ancestor coming through there.
Mm-hmm.
It's either a slow ancestor or a speedy one.
Right, right. Yep. So yeah, and these are a three-part process. I mean, and when I say three parts, not the assembly or creating of the piece, but the firings. So the first fire is to vitrify. The second fire is to put the color. And in order for to put gold on, or 14 karat gold on, it's actually a third fire, and it's very hazardous when you are working with gold. So you have to put on a hazmat suit and a respirator on your face while you're working with it, to touch it. And so it's probably about $90 an ounce to work with the color, and to place it on. And then you can't actually be inside of the studio space when that happens. You have to leave, because it actually, if you are using this in the open, it's a possibility, if you take that chance of not protecting yourself, you can actually cause brain cancer. So when I'm working with these, it is, I am very, very, very careful when creating with gold and white gold. So this is number 82, and I'll sit them over here, and number 83. All right. So a lot of people had gotten my angels from last year. And last year I did work with the white body, and 14 karat gold and white gold. This year I wanted to change it up and give them some color, but also just color in the main breast area, of their pieces. And then some of them I did touch with other glazes. And so I'm going to show the very first one. And so this is, I just wanted to have you guys see this, and I hope that this actually will be workable. So if you guys give me just 1 second, what I'm going to do is just cut off the light for a second so you guys can see the illumination. Oh, wrong light. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't reach the light. It's too far now. I'm sorry. But anyway, these actually do illuminate. So you can actually take a candle and put it inside, and it will peek through. And they do shine. And they actually look very beautiful when they shine. So, like, if I cut off the lights, all of these actually have tea lights inside of them. So,
Yeah, so you just
I'm
put
so,
the little electronic tea light inside.
yeah, but I actually use real candlelight for them, because real candlelight can actually work. I didn't put candlelight in these because I was going to be moving them around, so I wanted to be careful. But typically, I would put just a tea light candle, because it's not going to do any harm to the vessel itself, because it's already gone through 3,000 degrees. A candle of a tea light is not going to harm the piece at all. So this is the first one. These are typically 475 for these pieces, and today, and the end of this weekend, I'm taking $80 off, and that will make these pieces 495 for the piece. So this is item number 81, and they all have their special names. And so when they come to you, you get to see the names. So they have names like Javina and Ada and Adi and
Oh,
Aduke.
I didn't
So
know they
they
had
all,
names. That makes them even
mm-hmm.
more special.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so they all have their own names. They come with a certificate of authenticity, and just so you can have the name and the number and who she is. And so this is number item 81. All right, so 495, and all of the angels are 495. Okay, so I'm just going to sit this one here, and I'm just going to slide the number right there so I can know what it is. All right.
Oh, man, great
So
price.
thank you. So this is a gentleman. So I made him a little full figure man, and so he was a lot of fun. Can you guys see him? Okay.
Yeah,
Do I need to bring him down a little bit?
we can see him. He
Okay.
looks good. I love
Okay.
the wings. I love everything.
Thank,
Hmm.
thank you. So I did his wings they're white and brown in the clay. So, and on the very back side of the piece, it has the Adinkra symbol. And then with his um, scarf on the front, I was inspired by kente cloth, and also thinking about some of the geometric designs that you see over in South Africa. So I wanted to implement that inside and just give it some transition of colors inside of that. So I like color. I like hints of color to just give you the element of surprise. But he is 495 and he is number 80. So put him back over here. And the next one. Okay, I do know her name. Her name is actually Jovina. So I don't always remember all the names, but this is one of the names for her. Well, this is her name for this angel. And she can actually take two lights if you guys wanted to have that in there so that she can illuminate even brighter. And so, and I like how they all get together because it looks like they're all having a conversation and who's the lead, soloist, and, who is the alto and the soprano and uh, the other people who are singing. So they're always a lot of fun to see them all together.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen all your angels together like that. I see one at a time, but
Hmm.
it's nice to see them all.
Yeah, so it's always fun. I love doing them all together. My mom likes to see them. She's like, "Oh, look at that one. She has an attitude. She's the one who's the lead singer." um, here's another. Here's another one right here. And so
They're
this
not
one
all
is.
fired at the same time either, are they?
I can only fire because of the height of them. So my kiln is probably about 35 inches tall. I can actually get one layer in, and that will actually only put about 18 in at a time. And so it's a lot of rotating of firing when you are doing these. So sometimes they just kind of hang out. Okay. Hey guys, just to let you know that I'm getting a lot of calls in from the show. If you could send a message to let them know that it's coming, because
We
Well,
already we have posted that you're
okay,
coming up. We've
yeah.
already,
okay,
yep.
okay, because they keep sending me messages. Where are you? I'm like, I'm here. Hold on, we're recording. We're recording. So I have some other things. These are really, really fun that I have enjoyed doing. These are called raku firing. And raku firing is a very, very different firing. It's a very dangerous firing, but it's always fun. So these pieces have a certain style of clay that you use, which is called raku. Once you've thrown the piece and you've put it in the fire for what they call the first fire, which is the bisque fire, then you actually raku this piece and flame it up really high to about 1700 degrees where it is completely red. You take it out of the fire while it's red hot, and then you submerge it with pine needles, eggshells, leaves, and then you put a lid on it, and or newspaper, and you put a lid on it, and so that it can smoke into the piece. Once that happens and it smokes all the way down, you can either let it cool down very slowly, which will take overnight, or you can come back in, open it up, and douse it with cold water or a cooler water, cooler than what the piece is. And this is how you get all of the crackles that are
Mm.
inside of the piece. And so these are non-functional pieces. So I couldn't make a mug out of them, but you can always do sculpture out of them. So that's how you can get the iridescent colors inside of the turquoids and bits of green and inside of, so if you look at that, the coppery color for those pieces, these are these are probably some of my favorite things to do because I don't get to do them that often with raccoon firing, but I look forward to doing them for the new year. So this is one, but then she also has a husband, and I'm going to go get him right now. Well, not go get him, but he's right here. I'm just going to grab him. Just going to grab him and bring him on over. Okay. And so here he is. And so they stand very tall and proud when they're standing. So, and that's the backside of his, where it's turquoise on one side, but very coppery on the backside. She's more coppery on the front side, but they don't go in the same firing. I mean, they don't go in the same they go in the same firing. They just don't go into the same cans. They are burned separately because it is a lot. It's very combustible, so you have to just try to do things one at a time, and so that they can the paper and the debris can really focus on giving the attention and flashing the colors of these pieces. So this is a glaze, but it is a raku glaze that will make the crackle happen. When you see the ebony glaze, that is the exposure to the fire, to the newspaper, to the eggshells that actually turns the piece the ebony smoked color. So if you smell these right now, they probably still, they don't smell horrible. They smell like they've been in like maybe a fireplace. They still have just a tinge of smoke to them, but not unbearable. But they're really, really fun.
But eventually
So I'm sorry.
Eventually that leaves them, or what?
It leaves them completely. And so these
Oh.
are brand new. And so these are probably about 4 weeks old in creation. And so I can still smell a hint, but not much at all. Here, I can do this. No, it's just a small hint of smoke inside of them. Nothing crazy. So these pieces are $5.75 for these pieces. And so, and that's a piece for them. But these were a lot of fun to do. So this is number 78 and number 77 for these two pieces. So I am going to place these down here.
So while you're doing that, Karen, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Because obviously it takes a while for a piece to come to form, and when you put it in the kiln, so do you do a lot of nighttime working, or you do a lot of daytime working, because you got to work for you a lot, right?
Yeah. So what do I do? I do a lot of both time working. During
She doesn't sleep. She doesn't sleep. That's what it is.
It doesn't
right.
sound
So
like it.
yeah. So during the daytime, I mean, so during the evening, um, and so it kind of rotates. So, like for instance, I'm going to be throwing all day. So that means that I'm just getting balls of clay and creating the vessels for the pieces. And while those are drying, the following day, I start thinking about or that evening, I start thinking about the faces that I'm planning on doing and what they're going to look like. And then the third day, when I get in, I start trimming, carving, and doing some assembly if I can to the pieces. And then it just goes on from there. But most times, everything is done through the daytime unless I need to come back in at night. When I come back in at night, I'm usually doing glazing and firings and getting the colors ready to go inside of the kiln. But during the daytime is when I do. I like working by light. That is my. I see better, see clearer. And then in the evening, I'm just a little bit more relaxed. So I do things that don't involve me to have to tell a story, because I already know in my mind that these pieces are going to get these colors. And when I'm doing those, I do them in groups. So if I were doing mugs, then, you know, 4 of those mugs are going to be green, 4 will be yellow, and 4 will be iron. And then, you know, what's on the inside, you know, will it be white or will it be honey? Those are the kind of things that I'm thinking about, um, in the process of working on a piece, but thinking about the pieces when they come out of the kiln. So it's a lot of, you know, it's a lot of thinking, you know, when you're working with clay. Clay is one of those things that you have to process your thought of what you want to create from the very beginning to the very end. It doesn't mean that it's going to come out that way, but that is the direction that you're really trying to get to. So you have probably an 80% chance of it doing exactly what you told. If you get 100%, you
Yeah.
just, you know, you were good. You were good.
Gravy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gravy. And then sometimes is, you know, pleasantly surprising, because when I was working with these pieces, I wasn't real sure what I was going to get. You know, I did what they call wax resist. I was trying to figure out if the wax resist, where I don't want any other glazes to get on, which is this white part. I was
Right.
hoping that it would hold, but if it didn't hold, what would have happened is all of the colors that were on this piece would have just run together, and it would just look like a milky cloud. But the wax resist that I use, it did exactly what it was supposed to do. But the thing is, when I'm doing this kind of thing, it's a wax resist. It's something that needs to hold or be by itself for 24 hours to truly know that it's dry. And then you dip it in, and so that it can actually repel and resist the white area. If you do it
Right.
while it's too wet, it just sticks on. So your thought of, do I work all day? Yeah, I even work in my sleep. I'm sleeping, I'm working. I'm sleeping, I'm working, I'm doing it all. So the last one out of the Raku fire is this piece here, which is all turquoise, which was a lot of fun. This is also honey that is inside of the piece. And so here, let me put that there, so that you guys can see. And this is also a Raku color, which is called cobalt. So it just gives it a pop of color. But you can see how honey is in the playground of what I work with all the time. So you're seeing this style honey, which is on a dark body of clay. But then now you put it on a Raku and it gets a little bit lighter. If I put it on a white body of clay, it gets even lighter. If I put it on porcelain, it would actually be a translucent piece of sun. So you just have to know what your storyline is when you're creating it. This one, if you guys look at the inside, you see a woman's profile inside of that. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So I like the small details, because those small details make people pleasantly surprised. And it's always fun to see those surprises myself. And so this is the last of the Raku fire. And these are $5.75 for these. Okay. All right. Oh, and I'm sorry. This one is item number 76. I keep forgetting my numbers today. Darn it. All right. I have another memory jar, and this one is with all of the Ajinker symbols on there. And so I'm going to just sit this. Ooh, sorry, guys. I am going to just go ahead and sit this up on one of the cigar boxes that I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to create on them. And so this is one. Can you guys see that? Does it need to be a little higher? I think it needs to be a little higher.
Just a touch.
There it
Are
is.
those from RJ's, JR, or whatever the name of the place is?
What? These cigar boxes?
Yeah.
Oh, these boxes come from Total Wine, and they're free. Thank you. And so I'm trying to figure out what to do with them. They were like, Karen, you can have these for free. And I said, great. And I have had them for, I don't know, a couple of years, and I'm still trying to figure out what that story is on there. So I'll figure it out. Um, so this one is another memory jar. I liked it because of the red inside of it. I am very fond of like reds and hues of burgundy and greens, and I like all, like all of the colors of the continent. I like them all. And so I like to implement those inside of the pieces. So this piece here is $4.75 for this piece. And this is item number 74. Wow, there you are. All right.
Is
So I'm
it
just gonna
bigger
put that.
than the other ones, or is it my imagination? It's just you have it close to
This
the
one, and the other one. Where was it? Where is the other one? No, these are. This one is smaller
Okay.
than the first one that you saw that was green. Yeah, she's smaller, just slightly smaller, but still small. All right, so I'm gonna do something really interesting. I did not have a metal board to hold these pieces, but I thought that this would be a lot of fun for you guys to see them in this fashion. And these are on my Facebook page if you guys are interested. And these are the brooches. So the brooches are $25, and I'm going to bring them forward like this. Can you guys see that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to bring that forward. They come in a little velvet bag. I like brooches because you can wear them. They can also, when you need to find them when you want them, they are actually, you can place them on the refrigerator. So you can just snatch them off on your way out the door. The other thing is, these are great because they are small items to help people start collecting. And so if you have a small brooch, it may inspire the next person to start buying art. So these are $25 for the pieces. And these backings are very strong. I wanted to make sure that when I did these, that they did not damage your clothing. So that is why I got the magnets. And so these actually fit on my hat. So I'll just kind of put it here. And no, Ella has seen that happen before. And
No.
so it will just, oh, you haven't? I
I
put these
saw,
on your hat.
you did put it on another hat that you had on,
Mm-hmm.
one of mine. Yeah. I
Yes. And
didn't
so
know that's how you did it. Okay.
mm-hmm. So it's a
Wow.
magnet that just sticks on the hat because it's strong. So it just goes right through
Okay.
and just locks it into place. And so I took me a minute to figure this out, but I did because I was like, I don't want anybody's clothes to be torn up because of this. And I want them to be able to wear them on anything, a sweater, or turtleneck, or even something sheer. So my shirt itself is, fairly thin, so it's a thin piece. So if anyone is wearing these, if you stick it right on your bra strap, and you click it, it holds it, locks it right into place.
That's a great idea.
And so,
Fascinating.
so, so it's just really, these are really, really fun. I just want people to be inspired to invest more into the arts. And so, just something small and a keepsake, and hopefully, it inspires them. So I'm going to do number 3 and number 4. And these are also on my Facebook page. So if you do see another number, just let me know. I'll look it up. And so I do these, and these are really, really, really cool to have. I'm going to tell you guys the story that just happened to me recently. Someone commissioned me to do 150 of these, and did all 150, and then I was invited to the party. So it was a 50th birthday party that was intertwined or going with a foundation that they were going to be donating to. So asked me to come down. These were going to be in the swag bags, and I was supposed to be there at 7 o'clock. And for the pre-party, and I was like, I don't know if I want to go to the pre-party, but I'll go to the party. The party was 8 o'clock. I come in, and I'm wearing pieces from Ella and pieces from Mel Burr, and and I had all my artwork on. And then when I walked into the room, um, everyone had gone into their swag bags, and it was just a sea of different people and a sea of all of these brooches on everyone. So it was a very beautiful experience to see the artwork when you're walking into the space. It was really,
That's
really
lovely.
beautiful. It really was. It was really something to see. So if I did not see it to you guys out there, those brooches were number 74, 73, 72, and 71. So I'm just going to bring them back one more time so you guys can see them. And so this is number 74. Sorry for my fingers on her face. Ooh. All right. Lovely part about clay, if you do drop it, it doesn't break like that. It is quite
Yeah, that's what I was
forgiving.
thinking about when you said a brooch. I was thinking, does it hold up if it falls?
Oh yeah, these hold up when they fall. Trust me. Ooh yeah, I've dropped many of my own. This is number 73. All right. This is number 72. And number 71. Oop, to the left, Karen, to the left.
There you go.
All right. All right. So those are some of the brooches. I'm going to show one more piece, and I think I'm probably at my hour. And so this will be the last piece of the night, which is the Flower Girl series again. And this is a vessel, and these vessels can hold water and a bouquet inside. So I used a red on her, which was fun to use. And I did her hair curly.
That's really cool.
Thank you.
That's a
I
big
did.
piece.
Yeah, it is. It is a very big sphere. This one, I also used clay that was called 710. This one has a number. And so when you look at this piece, you see it brown, but if I put iron or what we call rust on it, then it can turn ebony. But I wanted to do a technique which is called mishima, where you're carving the piece, and then after you carve the piece, then you put wet clay, and I put white clay on the inside and then let it dry and then rubbed everything off. And so it left the clay on the inside of the grooves. And then after that, I resisted and then added some white to it for the color of the clay. And then on the back, I did some geometric things like I put a body on there. So here's her head, and here's a little body, and here's a little waist band that she has on there. So I just like to have I like to have things that you can also look at, but geometric styles that you can go, oh, okay. Yeah, so this is number 70, and the last person from the collection of the Flower Girls, and this piece is 775. So if it's something you're interested in, just send me a message, tell me the number, say, Karen, I want, whatever number it is, and I will send you an invoice. You will you send me your email, I'll send you an invoice, and then I will pack and wrap. So anybody who's ordering anything tonight or tomorrow, what I will be doing is packing them up immediately, taking them to UPS. It will be ground for the shipping unless you need to have it expedited for the Christmas holidays, and we'll have that discussion of how we're going to get there. and how the piece is going to get there if you need it for Christmas, and then we'll go from that point. So, is are there any other questions from anybody?
I got plenty more questions, but I won't be asking them this evening.
No, I mean, what's
All
give me one. Give me plenty. Give me your plenty more questions. I'm gonna put one more thing up while you doing the plenty. You plenty of questions. I'm gonna do two together,
Well,
and
look,
that will be the.
I'm just starting to use my kiln. Um, you
You got a
know,
kiln?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I have a kiln. I have a
Okay.
kiln. I do.
Okay.
I've been casting. So
Oh, nice.
I
Mhm.
started back to casting, and I run into problems with when you do metal casting and you're creating molds. You have
Mhm.
problems with the gas, and the
Mhm.
gas creates other problems for you, like
Mhm.
pock marks and holes
Mhm.
and stuff like
Well,
that. Do you have those
yeah.
same kind of problems when you're dealing with your kiln and with the processes that you go through?
Uh, yes, I do. I do. And it's sometimes, I mean, you'll have to work out the kinks and play with it. Sometimes it is the program of how you are ramping up, because sometimes we enter in these programs that we think that the kiln is going to like, because there's some of them are automatic, but sometimes they need to be warmed up. So, for instance, when I'm putting my glazes in and I need to make sure that they have that beautiful patina, um, I have to ramp it up at 200, and then it holds for an hour. And then it goes to 300 and it holds, and then 400 and it holds. And then after it gets to 600, then I run it up to 1,000. And then I get it all the way up to its temperature. And then I will slowly start ramping it down. And then when it ramps down, it holds for a certain amount of hours, like maybe 2 hours, 3 hours. And then after it holds, then and the kiln comes down, I leave the spy holes that are in the kiln closed, because sometimes the spy holes being open, sometimes the what you have inside of the kiln doesn't want that air coming in. It wants to oxidize inside. So you just have to play with it a little bit, and run your tests. And tests are what we don't want to do, but tests are very, very important when we are working with the kiln.
All right.
Is that, I hope that answers your question. I mean,
It does.
okay, because it's a lot. Because I
Yeah, well,
don't know
that's
your
why I was
kiln.
asking, did you put it in a,
Hmm.
do you do a lot of nighttime? Because I know it takes a lot of time for it to fire.
Hmm.
So I assume that
Right.
it's firing, through the night
It's,
when you
yeah.
don't have to, when you don't
Hmm.
have to monitor it, when you can just program your kiln
Right.
to fire up to the temperatures you want it to.
Hmm. So when I fire at night, because my kiln is electric, I don't have to do anything manual to it. So I am free to close shop and leave. The only time that I usually stay in the kiln, I mean, stay in the studio, is when I am warming or preheating the kiln at 200 degrees to make sure that it stays between 200 and 202, because you don't want the clay that is wet inside to ramp up, because everything would explode. Not only will it explode, it will damage your kiln elements and also some of the fabric that's inside of that.
Mm.
So I'm pretty careful with that. But after that, I just run the kiln like normal when it's time for a glaze. So these are the last two of the year. So of bam.
And aren't
So
they
this one,
beautiful?
thank you. So these are my two guys right here. And they have been with me for almost 1 year. And I don't know if they just don't want to leave me, or the right person hasn't found them just yet. But if you guys are interested in these are 475 for these two beautiful men. And I love the hats that they're wearing,
Mhm.
and they have great mud cloth print on the backhand side and Adinkra symbols. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. And so this is number 69 and number 68. All right.
All
So
right.
Ella and
Right.
Lovely. I hope that you guys have a great Christmas and a happy New Year and a happy Kwanzaa.
All right. Thank you so much.
The same to you. I hope you enjoy your holidays. Hope you have a really beautiful holiday. And I'm sure you will with
Inshallah.
all those angels around you. How can
I
you?
know. Well, hopefully these angels will find their homes and I'll be smiling and saying, bye, Ada.
Right.
Bye, Adi.
As they go out, as they fly out the door.
As
Yeah.
they fly out the door.
Yes,
But thank you guys for hanging out and thank you guys for, just doing what you guys do.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much. We love
You're
you.
welcome.
And
Love you back.
all right. And good
All
night to
right.
you.
Good night.
All
All right,
right.
Lovely. Be
All
good.
right. Good night.
And if you're not going to be good at it. Bye. Bye.
Good night.
Okay, everybody, that is the end of Holiday Bam. We reached the end. We are so delighted to have completed, to finish, and we hope that you enjoyed everything that you saw tonight.
Yeah, we look forward to. We will be letting you know when we will be back on in
Yes.
January.
Yes.
This was our last show of this year. We look forward to starting out our year next year with the Black History Month BAM. Is that correct, Ella?
Yes, that will be the first BAM of the year. Yes.
Yeah, so we're going to be making our plans to get ready for that. So hopefully we can solve some of our technical issues, and whatever happened to our show tonight, we'll let you know.
All right. But yes, check us out. Make sure you follow our Facebook page. That's where you'll see updates as to when we are going to be back next for the Lavalley and Ella Live Show.
That's right. Look forward to that one too. Don't forget us.
Yes. So
make sure you shop at www.blackartistmarketplaceshop.com for our merchandise.
Oh, yes. And also go check out our website, blackartistmarketplace.com, for not only our work, but other artists' work as well. You can shop there too. So thank you, guys. Thank you so much for hanging in with us all year. Definitely. Happy holidays to everybody.
Happy holidays to everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy New Year.
Happy New
All
Year.
those happy things. I hope you have a great Happy New Year. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the new year. So thank you so much for being with us over the past year.
All right. All right. Good night. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, from all of us, good night. And
night.
God bless all the great things. All right. I hope you jammed right on along with us. Welcome to the new Lavalley and Ella Live with your hosts, Lavalley and Ella Isaac. Hello, Ella.
Hello, Lavalley. I was going to do the welcome, but you did that really well. And yeah, we were jamming to that music. It's like new every week.
Hello, this is Lavalley and Ella Live, and I am Lavalley.
And I am Ella. And hey, happy Friday, everyone.
Welcome to the Lavalley and Ella show. This is Lavalley and
I am Ella, and welcome to, our Friday night show. Happy Friday, everyone. Aren't you glad it's Friday? I know I am.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Lavalley and Ella Live. Glad to have you in the house. I'm Lavalley, and my host.
I'm Ella Isaac, and we're happy to have Lavalley back.
All right.
Thanks again for inviting me into the BAM home. And like I said, I want to wish you guys all the best, and I'm looking forward.
Thank you, Aisha.
This was such a wonderful opportunity. I am humbled. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate you. This is all fantastic. I will see you guys soon. And as soon as I clear my palate, I'm start coming back on the show again.
All right.
It's a pleasure having you on.
Thank you so much. And again, it's been my pleasure to be, and everybody out there, I love you.
All right. The pleasure was all ours. Thank you, Brenda.
All right. Thank you.